Okay, David. A 2-1 defeat at Congleton today. Difficult game where we're probably safe to say we didn't turn up for the majority of it today.
Credit to Congleton though; they're a good side.
Yeah.
I thought the front three were really good. I thought Max McCarthy leads the line incredibly well, and then the two wide players drift, get into good pockets, carry the ball well. I thought the midfield three were good. I thought the 4 and the 8 in particular, and then solid at the back. So they were a good side. They were a good side. They deservedly in the playoffs, in my opinion. I think out of possession, incredibly well organised. I thought when we did put them under a bit of pressure, I thought they dealt with it largely and cleared the ball well and got themselves back up the pitch. But I'm disappointed that we were a bit passive for most of the game. We let the game happen. I don't think we influenced it. We impacted the game at all enough. I don't think we turned them. I don't think when we were under a bit of pressure and we cleared it, our clearances were poor. I don't think we worked hard enough to stop balls forward, and the goals were disappointing goals. They were pretty similar, just balls in, good timing of the run, but we just didn't defend it particularly well. We didn't sort of sniff out the danger, just drop back into our box and didn't really mark, just marking space. And it wasn't really until the last 8 minutes after Obbs' goal, which was a good strike, that I thought we came to life a little bit and we were a bit better, we turned them a little bit, we put a few balls in the box, but I think at times we wanted to play football like you can't play on a pitch like this. And we said before the game, we said that again at half time, it's about playing in the right areas and putting the ball into the area where a bit of percentage football, and we probably did 3 times in the game. So yeah, it was massively disappointing, and it leaves the last few weeks of the season now. We need to really pick up, because there is still a danger in this league getting dragged back into the relegation fight.
Like you said there, a tough game, but a good team we've played against. Do you think they're the best team we've played this season? I know at Seal Park they're a very good side against us, and same here today.
They're certainly up there. I think they're incredibly well organised. I think they've got some very good individual players who fit into that system well. I think there's a lot of care in what they do. I think they've managed incredibly, coached incredibly well. I think there was real attention to detail in what they do, and the experienced spine, bits of quality throughout. They're certainly up there. I think Widnes are very good. I'd probably put them as the 2 best sides we've come up against so far this season.
So disappointing result, but some positives to take out of it. So Will Shepherd gets 10 minutes at the end today. How big is that for everything coming to the end of the season?
Yeah, it's huge, and we'd always kind of planned to try and get him some game time today. As it happened, it was at right back and was probably needed at that point, because G kind of pulled up with cramp. He said he was feeling it a little bit, so we're hoping that's just because he hasn't played for a while, so we'll monitor that. But hopefully he comes through that, and we're able to start introducing him a bit more over the next few weeks, and hopefully be available to start before the end of the season. But that's huge. He's a big player for us. We've missed him for much of the season. He gives us different options at fullback, he gives us different options in midfield, and he gives us a bit of leadership and bite.
Subs made a big impact today as well. You said we were passive for parts of the game, but specifically Eric was good when he came on up front and posed some different questions, but Joe Burks was very lively for the 10 minutes, 15 minutes that he got, but also Sean was excellent when he came off the bench as well.
Yeah, Sean brought us a lot more energy. Probably got the team selection wrong. There were a number of different choices that were made there, and in terms of which 9 started, in terms of whether Sean played, and we made decisions that we made, and possibly in hindsight they were wrong. I thought Sean's runs from deep were good. I thought his energy to go and win balls was good. A couple of runs he made were excellent, just wasn't picked out. I thought Eric worked much harder. I thought he won flick-ons, he won first and seconds. The goal came from him just putting himself about and winning putting a defender under pressure, forcing a bit of a mistake and picking up the seconds. And you say Joe got into pockets and passed well, and it's good reaction from them, because they're all disappointed not to be playing. But they've certainly asked a lot of questions ahead of next week in terms of whether they should be in the starting 11. So that's pleasing to see, and it's kind of puts a shot across the bows of those who did start today.
And Jack Morrow came off. Any concerns?
Been ill in the week, and he just went light-headed. So we took a precaution there and brought him off.
And we move on. Wythenshawe Football Club next weekend. So a big game against them. Does it take on an added importance to sort of make sure we don't get dragged into that?
Yeah, it's important that we bounce back. It's important that we put on a good performance at home. Our own form over the last 6 games has been poor, been really poor. We've had up to today. We've been good away from home for the last 6 games, but Yeah, home form's been poor. We've had decent performances but not results. Next week, I genuinely don't care how we play. We need to go and get 3 points.
Yeah.
We need to see a reaction from players. I thought there were times today where we were just so passive and allowed the game to happen to us, and we just talked about it in there. And I'm expecting a reaction because the lads do care, genuinely care. So I think there will be a reaction, and it's important we get that. Important we got 3 points.
Thanks, David.
Cheers, Nathan.